So from where I stand as a full-time golf coach, watching what average golfers do, they three putt far too many times. One of the reasons people three putt far too many times is they may have poor skills. But even with poor skills, if people start training better and start practicing long putting, that skill will get better even if there's a technical flaw. So I want people to practice long putting a lot more, but then that's boring. A lot of people think putting practice is boring, and it's not the most exciting thing, but by gee, it's going to be beneficial to your golf. So the last thing I want you to do when you practice your long putting is getting bored and having it become a chore. So I've got some games or drills that I like people to do that is going to help a lot in improving your putting training. So the first game that I'm going to recommend here is what I call my 3x3. So I've got some golf tees positioned in here. This is 45 feet from the hole. This is 30 feet from the hole, and that is 15 feet from the hole. And I've got 3 balls. So the object here is that we get as many of these balls as we can inside 1 putter length from that hole. Now, I believe in the 10% rule. So from 45 feet, if I can get the ball inside 4.5 feet, that's pretty good. And that's about where the standard. So setting the goal of getting to 3 feet is very, very good. Now, you may not be able to do it, and that's fine. We want to get better. And whatever you score, wherever you're at the moment, I just want to see if you can get better than what you currently are. So I'm just going to start here with my first ball, 45 feet. So the distance is pretty good. It just broke a little left. That's good. And I like people to go through their pre-shot routine when they do this. Not bad. And then we'll go the last one. So there's 3 pretty good putts. They're all inside 3 foot range. So that's pretty good. I'm very happy with that result. Now we go and we move in and see if we can do it from another distance. So I like doing things in random order. So this time I'm going to go from 15 feet. So the object here is the same thing. We still try and get it in that 3 foot range. That one's in. That one's easily in there as well. Well inside my 3 foot range, so that's 2 down. We have 1 more to go. So here we are at 30 feet now from the hole. So I like doing this so it's not it's random order and not progressively further away or closer. Random works well. But the same principle, we're trying to get the ball inside that 3 foot. That's certainly inside 3 feet. That makes the whole job a little bit easier. That's pretty good too. So they're all inside 3 feet, so I've been pretty successful at that. Now I like to finish this game with 1 putt from each distance. And probably the most important thing when we do that is we have to finish it out. And hopefully I can do at least 6 putts, hopefully slightly better. So I'll put this one there at 15, this one at 30, and this one at 45. So I'm going to start with the 45. Okay, that's within range. I'll go to the 15-footer again. Left that well short. Now I'll go from 30 feet. So all of those are fairly easy tap-ins. So if you can do that on a regular basis, that's the best game you can do to help. Now I'm going to show you another game. So another game that I like to play in preparation for a round in particular, but also just to get a feel for the speed of the greens and to see where my training is at and my feel is at on the day, is to hit 3 balls the same distance. So I'm just gonna, there's no target up here, I'm hitting into the wild blue yonder, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this first putt. Wherever that first putt finished, I'm going to see if I can get this next ball to go very similar distance. So that hit the ball and went just a little bit past, so that's not bad. And then I would do it again. So a little bit to the right, but it's within a putter length. And the object of this game is to try and get within a putter length of each of those balls. So you can do it uphill, downhill, side hill. It's a great game. You can just do it multiple little times. But if you can get 3 putts to finish pretty close to each other, you're actually putting pretty well. Okay, so another game that I like to play for long putting is I've got 2 towels set up on the green, just 2 golf towels. They're about 3 foot wide and about 2 foot long in width. Put them together, we've got a fairly reasonable size target. So I like to put the ball in different locations around the green, and the object is, can we get the ball to finish as close to the towel as we can? Because if we can get the ball to finish on the towel, it means that we're going to probably have a great chance of a 2-putt. If we miss, we could kid ourselves and say, well, we'll probably get that one. But the object is, can we get it on the towel? This is quite tough. So I like to make training tougher than the real game of golf. So this is quite a difficult drill, and you may not get it all the time. You might get some of the time, but as long as you keep working at it, and the object is we get better every time we do it. So I'm going to have a go from here. I reckon this is around about it's about 50 to 55 feet, somewhere in that range. So it's quite a long putt. And some people say, oh, you'd never get a 55-foot putt on a game of golf. I've hit the ball on the green. I'm probably about 15 feet onto the green. This is not a massive green. So 55-footers are regular, but the problem is we never practice them. Anyway, let's see how I go. Can I get it pretty close to those towels? So So that's finished pretty close to the towel, so maybe it was going to go a little bit further, but that's not too bad a putt. Okay, so now I've got about a 30-foot putt. I've moved over here. There's a lot of slope right to left. So this is not an easy putt. There's more slope than you think. You can see that ball turning, but that's comfortably inside the towel, so very happy with that result. Now we're going to move across to a different location again. So I also like to practice shots that we get on the golf course, and this is a typical shot. We've got two different lengths of grasses to go over here. There's a lot of slope right to left. Think Cam Smith on the 71st hole of the British Open, where he putted from off the green just to the right of the road hole bunker. He didn't want to get in the bunker, he didn't want to take a risk and go over the bunker, he just putted it out to the right. So this is a common shot that you would face on the golf course, but I don't see too many people practicing from putting from off the green. So here's a great time when you can actually do that. So as I said before, this is two surfaces. It's pretty quick, but it's also got a lot of right to left slope, more than you would think. So at first glance, you think that has no chance at all of finishing on the towel, and that's just hit the edge of the towel. But you could see how much that ball broke, quite considerable. Now, if you can play any of these three games, you don't have to do it in the one session. You might want to do one game once a week, so that at the end of the week, you've had 3 different sessions of long putting practice. If you can do it all on the one session and then have multiple sessions, that's even better. But this video is not about improving your stroke. The video is about practicing long putts. So I'm not getting into the technical side of what you should and shouldn't do with your putting stroke to handle long putts. This is purely a training video. If you can just do this, I know you're going to get better at putting. Now, if you want to get better at putting, I'm going to put a video up here that I know is going to help you improve your putting.